If you're over 60, stop making these 5 heart-damaging mistakes. Now, every decision you make after the age of 60, what you eat, your sleeping habits, and how much you move, affects your heart. But what if there is one simple habit, repeated daily, that could be quietly harming your heart every single day, without your knowledge? Far too often, people feel perfectly well until the results of a routine check reveal high blood pressure, blocked arteries, or the threat of a heart attack. The most unsettling aspect: many never realize they are endangering themselves until it is nearly too late. This guide exposes 5 of the most harmful routines that many people over 60 engage in, often unknowingly, each one with the capacity to silently undermine heart health. The encouraging news: every one of these pitfalls can be corrected, often with a modest investment of time and effort. If preventing chronic conditions and safeguarding your independence matters to you, read on. It could require less of your day than you may think. Habit 1. Prolonged sitting. For many over 60, whether recently retired or simply less active, hours spent sitting can accumulate unnoticed. A favorite chair, a familiar book, television viewing, or time spent scrolling a phone may feel relaxing, but physical stillness can, in truth, be dangerous. The heart is a muscle, and it requires regular movement to maintain strength. Remaining seated for most of the day slows blood circulation, particularly in the legs, creating ideal conditions for fat and cholesterol to quietly accumulate in your arteries. Over time, this may culminate in a sudden, life-altering event, a heart attack or stroke, often with no warning symptoms. Clinical experience repeatedly demonstrates that even those who outwardly appear healthy can suffer from dangerously clogged arteries and elevated blood pressure as a result of years of inactivity. This outcome, however, is largely preventable. A brisk daily walk, even at one's own pace for just 15 to 30 minutes, provides the movement your heart needs. This could be around your neighborhood, inside your home, or at the local shopping center if weather is unfavorable. Consistent movement is transformative. It improves blood flow, eases stress, fortifies memory and cognition, and significantly reduces the risk of heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and dementia. And it is never too late. Even modest daily activity can reawaken the heart's strength, regardless of age. Do not wait for discomfort or chest pain to prompt action. True prevention begins with small steps, quite literally, each morning. While prolonged sitting poses a slow threat to your heart, the choices you make at the dining table can be just as insidious, especially when it comes to hidden salt. Before we move on, if you find these insights valuable, please consider subscribing. There's more ahead that connects each point together. Habit 2. Consuming comfort foods. Laden with hidden salt. For many, food is intertwined with memory, comfort, and tradition. The taste of canned soup, a slice of buttered toast, or the simplicity of a ready meal might evoke warmth and familiarity. Yet what soothes the palate may quietly be eroding heart health. Salt finds its way into far more foods than most realize. Bread, sauces, cheese, cured meats, and countless packaged snacks harbor significant amounts. With age, the body's ability to handle excess sodium diminishes, magnifying its impact on blood pressure. When you ingest too much salt, your body retains additional fluid, increasing blood volume, and consequently the pressure exerted on your arteries. Over years, this unrelenting strain can cause arteries to harden and thicken, paving a silent path towards high blood pressure, kidney issues, and heart disease, all without obvious symptoms. Notably, many who abstain from smoking and exercise regularly still find themselves in hospital simply due to over-reliance on salty convenience foods. Fortunately, this is reversible. Reducing salt allows your palate to adjust within a few weeks. Meals flavored with fresh herbs, lemon or garlic soon become deeply satisfying. Your blood pressure can lower, energy may return, and your heart will be given a chance to heal. Preparing food at home need not be laborious, but it is one of the most compassionate things you can do for your heart. Each ingredient becomes a building block of your well-being. Yet salt is certainly not the only culprit. Indeed, your very first meal of the day could be setting your heart on a dangerous trajectory. Habit 3. Heavy, processed breakfasts. For many, breakfast is a cherished ritual. The aroma of coffee, the sizzle of bacon, the feel of a warm plate. Unfortunately, the foods often chosen to mark this daily act, bacon, sausage, fried eggs, sugary cereals, and white bread smothered in butter, pose genuine risks. After a night's rest, the body is in a particularly vulnerable state. Blood thickens, heart rate is slower, and the circulatory system is only beginning to mobilize. Heavily processed breakfasts, loaded with saturated fats and refined sugars, can cause sudden spikes in cholesterol and blood pressure, and restrict blood vessels when the heart is least prepared for such a shock. It is no coincidence that a significant proportion of heart attacks occur in the morning, soon after breakfast. Even lifelong breakfast eaters who select the wrong choices daily can, over years, suffer cumulative unseen damage, clogged arteries, inflammation, and a weakening heart. Yet alternatives exist that celebrate both health and satisfaction. Steel-cut oats with berries, whole-grain toast and avocado, a simple hard-boiled egg, a fruit plate, or a fresh smoothie, to name a few. These are not austere diet foods, but truly nourishing meals that provide energy, fight inflammation, and offer your heart a calm, resilient start to the day. Breakfast is never merely about satiation. It sets the tone for the hours ahead and can determine how well your heart endures. However, it is not just what you eat, but also what you drink to unwind or sleep that could be quietly working against your heart's well-being. Habit 4. Drinking alcohol to relax or sleep. For many, a glass of wine over dinner or a nightcap before bed feels innocent, a gentle close to the day. Yet after the age of 60, the body's relationship with alcohol changes in ways that are rarely discussed. The aging liver processes alcohol much more slowly, and the substance lingers longer in the system, exerting increasing pressure on blood flow, heart rhythm, and overall cardiovascular stability. Even moderate regular intake can instigate inflammation, disrupt nighttime heart rate, and provoke irregular heartbeats, particularly atrial fibrillation, a condition commonly diagnosed in the senior population who believe their drinking habits are moderate or even minimal. It is not rare to encounter those who have enjoyed only 2 drinks a day for years, only to develop symptoms such as swelling, breathlessness, and fatigue, a direct consequence of the heart being gradually overwhelmed. Alcohol can also interact unpredictably with common medications, blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes treatments, diminishing their effectiveness. The most poignant aspect is that many turn to alcohol not out of enjoyment, but as a remedy for sleeplessness or profound loneliness. However, it provides no true solace and instead interrupts restful sleep and adds further strain by morning. Fortunately, reducing or eliminating alcohol often leads to marked improvements, clearer energy, better sleep, and, most importantly, years added to one's life. Yet sometimes, the greatest threat to heart health is neither food nor drink, but what one resolutely keeps hidden inside. If this advice has been beneficial so far, consider subscribing. The insights to come will complete the picture for your heart's long-term health. Habit 5. Suppressing stress, anger, or sadness. There is a particular burden that does not reveal itself in laboratory results or scans, a weight carried in silence by many in later life. Loss, unspoken anger, and persistent sadness reside quietly within, yet their impact on heart health and longevity cannot be overstated. Stoicism, valued by previous generations, often discourages emotional expression. Yet enduring or getting used to chronic stress exacts a toll. Unreleased emotions prompt the constant release of stress hormones, such as cortisol and adrenaline, raising heart rate, tightening blood vessels, and incrementally elevating the risk of hypertension, arrhythmias, and cardiac events. Decades of healthy habits in diet, exercise, and medication can be undermined by chronic emotional strain. Even so, beginning to heal does not demand therapy. Often, all that is needed is to write your thoughts, confide in a friend, or practice daily moments of reflective breathing. Small acts of release, repeated with intention, can significantly reduce the heart's burden. Remember, expressing what troubles you is not a weakness, but a profound strength and a form of self-care. Giving your heart space to heal emotionally can be as vital as any medication or lifestyle change. And even when you find harmony within yourself, there remains a lesser-known, nocturnal risk, one which is revealed each night, perhaps by your partner's observation. Could your snoring be sounding a warning? Stay with us to uncover this final threat. If you have found these habits and solutions useful, please like and subscribe. Such support helps more than one might imagine. Outro. By addressing these 5 silent habits, you are taking decisive action towards safeguarding your heart, extending your vitality, and enjoying more fulfilled years ahead. Change need not be dramatic. Small, consistent choices pave the way for transformative results. Remember, your heart has been steadfast in its service to you since birth. Now, care for it in return, with intention and kindness. Caring for your heart is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Begin with a single habit. Every journey starts with one considered step. Your best years may still lie ahead, so give your heart every chance to carry you there. You have just learned how to break the daily patterns that damage your heart. But to ensure your heart continues to thrive, watch the next video, where you will discover the advanced strategies to protect your heart's health for the years to come. That is where everything comes together.